Ever felt judged at the gym?
You don't know how to use the leg curl machine? Are you serious? Is this your first day alive? No, it's okay. I love helping people during their first day on Earth.
At Planet Fitness, get energy without the judgment and join the judgment-free zone. Never intimidating, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Get energized today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 12th. See Home Club for details.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
No way. We're all crammed in here, right, Tyler? We're in this island, and we do have a lot of softball, actually, but we have a lot of teams, and that kind of spreads it out, thins it out a little bit, you know? So in a small town like where we live in Hawaii, guy,
got a very special guest with us today. We got Jason Hanawahine from Firecrackers, Hawaii. Hanawahine. What's going on, Jason, man?
What's up, Tyler? Thank you for having me, bro.
Absolutely, man. It's an honor to talk to you. I know you're busy. I know we got a time change, time difference. So I want to jump right into it, man. What got you into the sport of softball?
Softball. I have a 27-year-old daughter right now who, when she was young, I played baseball. So she was at 7 years old. I told my wife, hey, go sign her up for softball. You know, get her busy. I play ball, a little bit of ball. It's like, go sign her up for baseball. My big one play baseball. So a month later, game day came around. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch my baby play. And I show up to the park, and sure enough, Tyler, my baby's that kid. She's on the right field line. You know, usually the not so talented kids on the right field line. I was like, cool, she's right field, whatever. Wait till they go bat. My baby's gonna go hit. I wanna watch her hit. Go hit. She's the second to the last batter. And in 8U, you know, second to the last batter is usually not the best batter because the last batter is the best batter. Hits it far and they just run. Yeah. So once I saw that, I was like, dang, I need to help my baby. So I went out and bought all the gear, wiffle balls, tees, nets, and just started working with my baby. A couple of the coaches saw me, you know, working with my kid. They just offered me to come out and help because 8U got like 15, 20 kids. So they just need parents to come and corral bodies. So I volunteered and went out, and that was the end of it, man. And here we are now, and chasing this thing with all we got.
Hey, that's we all got to get our start somewhere. I think what happens a lot of times is, you know, our kid falls in love with it. They start playing something, and then their passion kind of, you know, runs through us too. So I completely agree with, you know, getting out there and kind of seeing, you know, she's not the greatest. What can I do to help her? And then boom, it blossoms into something you never saw coming. So she, you know, she started out in 8U. She's been playing, and then, you know, it just took off. So how did you end up in Firecrackers organization?
Firecrackers. Well, I've been coaching. I've been assistant coach here in Hawaii forever. I've just always been under someone, you know, and trying to see how it is. And I've always wanted my chance to try and do it, and came across Tony Medina and Coach Vic. You know, they come to Hawaii once a year. They come to Hawaii, so he's been coming here and there. And maybe 2 years ago, he kind of just, hey Jay, how'd you like to be a firecracker coach? I'm like, whoa, man, I'm just a little rec ball coach, you know. And I thought he was joking, so we kind of just kept on talking. And then a month later, he asked me again, and he was kind of serious. I was like, man, I need to think about this, Coach Tony, you know. So thought about it, and sat on it for a month and prayed about it, and made the move to become a firecracker coach. And ever since we did, that was the best thing I ever did, Tyler. Gave me an opportunity to give these kids here in Hawaii a chance to see a little higher level of softball, you know, a little different things to offer them through softball. So becoming a firecracker is a blessing.
Yeah, and you're not the first, and you won't be the last to say that for sure. So kind of tell us about last year's team, and then, what you have going on for this year. What are your expectations, and what are you growing off of from last year?
Happy you asked that. So Coach Rico called me when we first was trying to make the team, and he asked me, what do you want to do, Jason? And I said, hey, look, Coach Rico, in Hawaii, it's rare that you come across a team where you have like 7, 8 kids that have talent. And last year I had that team. I was blessed with that team, Tyler. I had 7 or 8 kids that could play ball. So I told boss man, I was like, I want to go and compete in your guys' level of softball, and I want to be a firecracker. So took my team. The first showcase we went out to, Tyler, I'm not gonna lie, we got busted up, bro. Just not knowing, the rhythm and the style of play. So we got busted up at our first showcase, and I was like, dang, a little bit discouraged. We went back home. We worked on some things. Went back up again. I said, look, we need to win at least 2 games to prove that we can come up here and play with these girls, So we ended up going 2 and 3. I was like, okay, we can do this. Went home. We worked on it again. Went to work on all the things that we felt like, we had to get better at to be able to compete. So we decided to do a tournament in Arizona, a smaller tournament, but a bracket tournament. Mm-hmm. And took my girls up there. We started to get the rhythm of how to play, and how to walk, act, and talk amongst these players. And we ended up winning the tournament. So I was like, all right, we're on the path we need to be. Let's not get too excited. Don't got all the big teams here, but we did win the tournament, so we can go home, on a happy note and excited we can play. Right. So right there, I knew we could at least handle playing, with the bigger teams.
Right.
So that team that I had was a blessing too.
So building off of that, what's your plans this year? The early part, like, in the spring, early part of the summer, what do you guys have going on?
So right now we are in the process of building two new teams. From my older team, my 16U team, I had 3 of my kids as honor to be able to go play for Coach Rico. My third baseman, my shortstop, and my second base. So that kind of, did what it did to my team. So I dropped down and started to coach the little younger girls, 14U girls and 16U girls, and partner up with my boy, Coach Heath, for the summer this summer. Coach Heath got some awesome pitchers, so we're going to go and partner up with him and give it a go at Nationals this year.
Good deal. That's exciting to hear about. I've talked to Coach Heath a couple different times on, different topics and stuff, and he's excited. He likes to bring that whole, U.S. approach to, country versus country, international type play, that kind of stuff. So speaking, with Heath, you guys have Firecracker Day coming up here pretty soon.
Yes.
Kind of tell us the excitement that you guys have, not only coming to the mainland, but coming to the East Coast and, kind of having to deal with the challenges of the travel.
Yeah, for us, it's a little harder, Tyler. Like you said, we got to plan it. We can't just, next week, let's go to South Carolina. So we've been planning this for a couple months now. We try to get our tickets a little earlier. It's a lot cheaper if you get it, a couple months earlier, as if you get it this week, we're paying $600-700. But yeah, it's exciting, Tyler, to be able to take a couple of my girls, a couple of my parents, go across the nation and go visit a different type of softball. Right. Everywhere is different. They got their own style. And last year when we went to North Carolina, I was surprised, man. They got a lot of softball up there, a lot of teams, Tyler. A lot of good teams. So for us to be able to go out there and be like, wow, they're doing it out here too. It's very exciting. And to meet the different people through Heath. He's awesome people. So I know whoever's connected to him, they'll be awesome people too. And sure enough, there's a bunch of good people. Kind of like over here in Hawaii, right. Country vibe.
Right.
I like that. They're outdoors, they're in the woods and hunting and stuff. And that's how we are here. So outdoorsy, loving people, good people out there.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
So with the softball, with kind of the travel and the logistics side of it, take us through a scenario of, okay, you're coming to California in, say, July for a 3 to 4 day weekend long tournament? Kind of take us through the process, a month or so out of everything that you as the coach, as kind of like the papa bear of it all, what all do you have to make sure it gets done?
Dang, we have tons to get done. I learned last year that I respect all these head coaches who do it year after year because it's tough. You got to get the housing settled. First of all, you got to make sure everybody's can afford the trip, and make the finances to go on a trip. But then we do B&Bs. So I like my team to stay together. So we get a B&B. We got to make sure we got vans to take all the kids around, We bring our own food. We like to cook our own dinners and breakfasts, Tyler. That's where we also save some money instead of eating out. But there's a lot of things. We do the B&B because I like to have my girls right by me instead of doing hotels and you got to send out texts and something always happens to someone. Something, we forgot this. So if we're in the B&B, we're like, we got everything right here. So we do the B&B route. What else we do? Just getting ready for the tournament is a challenge, Tyler. We don't have the talent and the numbers out here to properly prepare us to go up there and compete. So finding the proper competition is hard, to get us on that level to be, okay, let's go, we're ready. So preparing is another obstacle for us, So we got to get creative and do it different ways out here. I have my team playing against each other, working against each other. So preparing them is another big hurdle for us. And it takes us a game or two to settle down, the Hawaii people, when we go up there, because it is nerve-wracking. We play at home, we're confident, we're relaxed. And when we get up there, it's like, they're all watching you, got coaches watching you, got the other teams watching. So it takes us a game or two to settle down. But once we get to settling down, we can play some ball too, man. And settling down is a big thing.
Once you get on the field and, in between the lines and you're in the dugout, it's a game, it's ready to go, kind of everything is the same. We're all the same. We're the same age. We, same stuff. It's the same game that we're playing. I did want to ask you, we were talking a little bit earlier before we started recording. We were talking about just the population numbers. Mainland, you've got just the population in different areas. There's just an abundance of kids that can play, different levels too. So in Hawaii, there's just not that big of a population to be able to choose from, whether it's football, it's basketball, soccer, whatever it is. So go into a little bit about the difficulties you have with just getting people to learn about the game or know about the game, to want to, draw enough interest to get them to come out and try out and try to make, a Firecrackers team.
Yeah. So here in Hawaii, we're all crammed in here, right, Tyler? We're in this island, and we do have a lot of softball actually, but we have a lot of teams, and that kind of spreads it out, thins it out a little bit, So in a small town like where we live in Hawaii Kai, just say to the Kahuku side, you got like 3-4 teams that is trying to fight for all these kids over here. So to be able to get these kids on your team, you gotta make your point, and it's kind of hard over here to get your point across and to show people what you have to offer, show what the Firecrackers what they have to offer to help our kids get the financial help to go to college, because that's our biggest goal, right? To get these kids some financial help. But there's a mindset here that we're working on trying to change. Instead of trying to just win things and get all the shiny stuff, we want to teach them that if you do your work, right, put in your time, sacrifice and all that, you'll get there. You know what I mean, Tyler? But we're learning how to get there in a better way and not just running over people on the way there. I want people to learn that you can get there without running people over.
Right.
So that's the biggest thing here. I'm trying to change that culture. I'm not trying to just go after the best kids. I'm trying to develop some kids now, because I was that coach, Tyler, trying to amass all the good kids and go get some recognition through that way. But it doesn't last. Right. I learned that it just doesn't last. So let's do what our boss man teaches us to grow. He teaches us to grow the game. And I've learned that in the past year, Tyler, that once you get to grow in the game, things start to work out for you.
Yeah.
Whether you believe it or not, it's tough to trust it. Trust me, it's tough. But once you stop focusing on championships and trying to be out in the limelight, things start to happen for you. We're still in a rough stage a little bit for Firecrackers Hawaii, but we're beginning to gain some momentum. And blessed to have this, some people get to see, like you said, what we're about, a small glimpse of what we really are about, that we're out here to help these kids get to where they got to get, Tyler, and not run people over on the way there.
Yeah. With you guys being so far away from all the other Firecrackers teams within the organization, you guys do a lot of Zoom calls and do a lot of meetings and stuff like that with Coach Rico and the others. How impactful has that been, that technology, for you and your players to kind of stay in the loop, not only in the loop, but stay in that same mindset that Coach Rico talks about so much?
I mean, it is vital that we have this opportunity, to be on these Zoom calls. I sit on a national call every Tuesday with all the Firecracker coaches. And just that alone, Tyler, has grown me, to become a better coach, to help my team and stuff. But having them teach us things that we don't know in Hawaii. We think we know a lot of stuff, but we're a little behind here in Hawaii. So to have Coach Rico, Greg Metler, Adam on our side, teaching us and showing us, the direction. They've been down a road. So they've got over speed bumps, and I can avoid some of the speed bumps having them, Tyler, that you go over a bump here and there, it can cost a team, but having these guys teach me the proper ways, proper techniques, how to speak, it helps 1,000 folds having them, 1,000 folds.
Yeah, I can imagine. So I kind of, after we had spoke last week, I'm kind of putting myself into your shoes and was kind of thinking, how would I, go about, the task, the challenges and stuff, and just so many different things would pop into my mind. And it was like, man, I don't know how you guys are able to do it. And then just keep that passion. And a little bit earlier, we were talking about that passion that you have to have. And that just rubs off on the parents and those players and stuff, to having to deal with that adversity and still be able to compete at such a high level. So I applaud you for not only, trying to better yourself, but everything that you're learning, you're throwing back to the kids. So I want to ask you this. What is the biggest logistical part or problem that you have to face when it is time to come, we're a couple of weeks out going to the mainland? What's the number one thing that you've ran into coming stateside?
The number one thing. Oh man, that's a tough one, Tyler. We have a bunch of tough things, but the number one thing is getting the team mentally ready to go. For us, getting the team mentally ready, because it's exciting. When we're a week out, our girls start to get excited, and because we're home all day, every day, whatever, with each other. And if we can go to the mainland, it's exciting, and it's easy to lose focus and forget everything we've been working on. Mindset, your approach to the box. And so for me, the biggest hurdle is keeping my girls' mental capacity and their hearts right. So when we land, we're in the proper state of mind to be able to do the things we train to do. That's what I've learned. You got to be able to do the things you train to do. A lot of our Hawaii teams go up there unprepared. And when the lights are on them, you try to buckle up, but didn't quite just do the work that you had to do to be able to sustain that level of, mental toughness, focus, and all that. So
I guess
mentally, I want them to be prepared.
Every time you make the trip, you learn something new, little tricks and stuff. And, I say protect the path. And what I mean by that is, don't be afraid to kind of look behind you and see where you came from and what mistakes you've overcome and what you've learned, and you keep widening that path out just a little bit. So, you keep tamping it down as you walk, so you'll know, that you can always get back to that point. And I say protect the path because as we grow, it's always good to look back and say, okay, we
Don't
made
forget
this
where we're from.
right. We
Yes.
made this mistake last time, or we learned this before it was too late, or however you want to use that. I try to say it a lot. So with the Firecrackers Hawaii, how many teams are out there now that are in the Firecrackers organization?
Just in our state.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're the first Firecrackers
That's
team
it.
out here in Hawaii, and that's it. And we were blessed to do it. I'm not gonna lie, Tyler. When we first came out here 2 years ago, it was tough. People was like, "What the heck, this?" And they're all about the money and this and that. But like Coach Rico taught me, it's like a big Walmart. You got all these little mom and pop shops, right, in town, and then the big Walmart store comes. Of course, all the mom and pop shops are gonna be hating from them. But like Rico said, in time, do our work, put our product out, stay to it, grow the game. They'll be like, hey, let me go to Walmart, try to go buy something from them real quick, But being the first Firecracker team is awesome. We love it. We love the adversity. We love everything about it, Tyler. But we are the only Firecrackers team out here in Hawaii as of now.
Good. Yeah, I wanted to make sure we got that out to let people know that. I mean, you're it. So you're the face. You're like when somebody thinks Firecrackers Hawaii, it's you, it's your team, it's you guys. So tell me about the weight that puts on your shoulders to be like when somebody thinks about Firecrackers Hawaii, it's you, and talk about what that honor is.
Oh, it is an honor to be the Firecrackers coach. One of the biggest organizations in softball, Tyler, and to be a part of it it's awesome and it's a blessing. But with the blessing comes a lot of stressing also, Tyler, and so right now in our first year or 2 years, we are fighting a lot of different things, different adversities coming towards us, but we're learning how to attack it. And all these adversities coming to us is making us stronger, actually, making us a lot stronger. But we have some things that we're fighting against, and we're working through it. So we just learn from our people to do the work, right? We're a process-driven organization, so we'll just stick to the process and let people see that, hey, what they're doing doesn't really match what they're saying, right. So we try to lead with our work ethic and all that, besides talking about ourselves, Tyler.
Absolutely. With that, kind of tell us what your goals are, your outcome goals are for this year. I know Coach Rico's big on performance goals versus outcome goals. So what's your outcome goals for this year? What are you looking to achieve, whether it be short term, and then, hit us with the long-term goals.
My short-term goals for my two teams coming up, Tyler, is I just want them to compete. I want these two groups to be able to go to the mainland. And for this first year, this is our learning curve year. I just want them to be able to compete and hold their own for now. And on both teams for their second season, we'll go at it. We'll go after it, But for this first year with my 14U and my 16U, I just want them to be able to go up to the mainland and compete with the top teams.
I think that's a good goal. It's a reasonable goal. You setting expectations. I talk a lot about the short-term goal, meaning right now, today, this workout, you know what I mean? And my long-term goals could be, tomorrow, it doesn't have to be like 5-year plan. It's great to have a 5-year plan, but I'm in the short term. So, short-term goal, getting enough girls to practice, getting, that happening, getting this girl to, stop rolling over. That's this at bat, this 30-minute lesson that we're in, getting her to stop rolling over in these 30 minutes, getting her to feel that. And then, the outcome goes, they'll change, like Coach Rico said. They'll change over time because, different people come into your life, different people will leave, your circle or whatever. So I like that you're goal oriented of, let's see what this first year does, and then we can kind of adjust our goals from there. So we have Firecracker Day coming up here pretty soon for you guys. I'm hearing great things. It sounds like it's going to be an awesome event. I'm lucky enough to live close enough by so I can kind of drive by and kind of, you know, peek in and see what you guys are up to, what you guys are doing.
You better stop by and kick it, Tyler, man.
So tell me what that experience was like last year, and then kind of what you guys have planned. You know, don't give too much away, but what you guys are, you know, looking to do with the teams that are coming.
Man, last year, I'm not gonna lie, Tyler, I wasn't expecting too much, you know, but I pulled up and dang, man, Coach Heath had a bunch of kids. I was like, man, you did all this by yourself, Heath? This is crazy. I mean, he had his help, you know, with his people, but last year's event was crazy, Tyler, you know, and they did a bunch of clinics in between the games, and it's the first time I saw that style, like how they set it up. Like, he had clinics going on this field, and then he had games going on those fields, you know. He had a team in the back doing some hitting. So it was freaking awesome, man. I was like, this is what I want to be a part of. I'm the type I want to go. So at his event, you were going. And when you went back to your hotel room, you were happy, but you were spent, you know what I mean, Tyler? And it's good times, man. He was a hell of an event. This year, I think it's gonna be even a little more crazy, Tyler. You know, he got some people coming out that, you know, people would want to meet. I don't know if, you know, Coach Rico might be coming out and stuff, and Coach Medina's coming out. So this is big in the softball world. I don't know if people realize it. These are the softball guys right now, you know. So for me to be able to be in that group and just being talked about it with them, Tyler, I'm on it. You know, so
I can imagine, man. I'm not even a part of the organization, and it's exciting for me because I like to see that kind of stuff. And I can't wait to hear about it. I know JP Media is probably going to be involved in some capacity.
JP Media, that guy's awesome, Tyler. He got drones, drones flying over us. I was like, dang.
There's always something. I know he's going to pull off something great and then everybody else involved too. So, man, I want to thank you for jumping on with me and us going kind of through the daily grind that you have to go through. And I want to hit you with a couple quick fire questions here at the end and kind of let the other people know, get some personality from you, and kind of take it from me on this, man. There's no wrong answer. So don't think that, something crazy is going on here. So just tell me the first thing that comes to mind, first thing that pops up, as much detail as you want. All right. So what do you have on your playlist right now? What are you listening to?
On my playlist right now.
What's your go-to song?
Believe it or not, Tony Medina's going to be happy. I got J Boog on my playlist right now, Tyler. We rock the J Boog, and when we go to North Carolina, Medina rocks the J Boog on the speaker, and the kids are bouncing and they're moving. So I got some J Boog on my playlist right there.
So when you get this kind of settled down or whatever, what are you watching, whether it be YouTube or Netflix or what are you binge watching on TV?
Binge watch. I binge watch Street Outlaws, Tyler. I'm fascinated by those people that race the cars. I can imagine the adrenaline rush they get on that starting line, and that's what softball gives me. Yeah. Right when that first pitch is being pitched, I kind of feel what those Street Outlaw racers feel, Like, let's go. It's time. It's go time. Let's go.
Good deal. Good deal. So what are you drinking? Is it coffee? Is it energy drink or neither? What do you drink?
Man, I go around preaching to everybody that don't drink all these monsters and stuff. And sure enough, what Coach Jay got in his hand, he got the dang monster, Tyler. So I drink a monster before practice and workouts. Good
deal. What's your go-to snack, either pre-workout, post-workout? What's your meal,
Oh, man. My girls already know. Coach J loves sweet tarts. You give me some chewy sweet tarts, you're my best friend, man.
All right. So softball, what's the thing that pops into your mind? Every time you think about softball, what's the number one thing?
Man, Tyler, I had this question asked me a couple times, and I'll say the same answer, softball. Softball saved my life, brother. And that's why I have the passion and energy and effort for this game. Softball saved my life.
Good deal. And family. We'll end it with family. What does family mean to you?
Family to me is everything. It's everything, Tyler. Without your family behind you, you have nothing. You know, without your family supporting you, you pretty much have nothing. So family to us, especially in Hawaii, family is everything.
Absolutely. And you've got your immediate family, you've got your team family, you've got the organization family, and then you have the softball family. So family means everything to me as well. So I can definitely, I dig that for sure. I want to thank you for coming on. You know, it's like I said earlier, it's just talking to you. It's an honor to talk to you. I can feel your passion. It's heartwarming to know that there are people like you out there in this world that care so much about others and want to continue to help them grow and meet their successes and their goals too. And then, you know, I talk about being an ambassador myself to the game on just a low end. And I like talking to other ambassadors too. And, you know, you're an ambassador to the game, whether you want to call yourself an ambassador or not, I don't care. You're an ambassador to the game.
Thank you.
You know, you're able to take what, you know, Coach Rico, Medina, Coach Miller, you know, all these coaches and take all that in and then spread it to the girls that are in your organization, in your team. And then, you know, maybe somebody that's not even playing the game, that you're passionate enough about it. So I want to thank you for that. And I want to thank you for coming on, man. It's been great talking to you.
Thank you, Brother Tyler. It was an honor being on here, my man. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. And I will have all of your information down below in the description. I'll have the team's information down there as well. Anything else we want to have put down there, anybody can click on it. They can reach out to you, email, you know, hit you up on Facebook, Twitter. You know, make sure you're following the team as well. That stuff will be on there that they can see it and message out there to you as well. So good luck to you in this season moving forward and stuff. I look forward to having you back on, and that way we can kind of, you know, recap, you know, from point A to point B, see where we're at, and then
that'd be awesome.
We'll talk again about the goals and how you're going to address those. All right.
Roger that, Brother Tyler. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Thank you. All right, so that's going to do it for this episode of Foul Pole to Foul Pole. Huge thanks to Jason and Firecrackers Hawaii Hanawahine for joining me today. We learned a lot of great things about softball in Hawaii, Firecrackers, and what they do to go from Hawaii to the mainland for a camp, clinic, or a tournament. Jason's doing a lot of things behind the scenes that no one really knows about to make this stuff happen for those girls. If you like this video, please smash that like button. If you're not yet subscribed, click that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you'll get this video and much, much more in the future. Thank you guys for watching. And when you share this video with a friend, make sure you tell them you love them.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
When you buy Kroger brand products, you feel like you're winning. That's because they offer proven quality at lower than low prices. In fact, we guarantee that you and your family will love how Kroger brand products taste, or you get your money back. So next time you're shopping for the family, look for delicious Kroger brand products, because they'll make you all feel like you're winning. Shop now, in-store, or online. Bakers, fresh for everyone.